Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast aside of East Yorkshire, and today we have a 1v1 on Deadly Fun Archaeology. Over in the Space Marine corner we have Onemity, and over in the Imperial Fist corner we have Fat Shit. Imperial Fist player throwing down a Hand of Dawn and a Siege Generator, as well as throwing out some Siege Marines, while we've got our usual Chapel Barracks and a couple of Scouts coming out for the Space Marine player. So if you're new to Unification, Imperial Fists don't really build up generators. They have the one singular generator. They have these Siege Marines with their big old shields, which are very good at absorbing ranged fire. Also provide a, I do believe it's a ranged damage reduction buff to any of their friends nearby. We do have some Space Marines coming out for the Space Marine player and all that good stuff. Capturing their nearest and dearest, as is wont in these games. We do also have a vehicle here just chilling out, manning its own business. The Imperial Fists, they have a Tech Marine as a builder. Very durable. Much more durable than the regular Servitor. Now some regular Space Marines coming out.
Yes, my lord.
Pushing round towards the middle. Remember, in this map we've got 3 critical locations smack back right down in the middle. Probably won't be seeing much harassment in this game. Siege Marines or Space Marines with the yellow variety, not much in the way of aggression early game. And with it being a big map, Space Marines aren't that mobile themselves, so we'll just be probably seeing a bit of a economy macro game at the beginning at the very least. These Space Marines are going to move forward, almost going for that relic, but deciding against it. Would have caught these Siege Marines out on their own. These Space Marines are going to move forward, start firing at the Tech Marine. Notice how its health doesn't go down all that much. That's quite a durable builder. We do have a Siege Captain, which the display picture for it looks a bit like Vin Diesel. So I'm going to call him Vin Diesel from now on. Does look a bit Vin Diesel-ish. Remember, brothers, family, that's what really makes it all go. Well, we've got Force Commander out for the Space Marines for a wonderful, wonderful colour scheme. Black, white, with a flowing cape. Glorious stuff. Just gathering around this relic. Got a second Tech Marine out as well. Or is it the same Tech Marine? Ah, same Tech Marine, never mind me. One single Tech Marine will do for now. We do also have Tier 2 going for the Imperial Fists. So we won't be expecting to see too much of a push. As is their nature, they'll be playing more of a defensive game, I imagine. Firing away at this Force Commander, going to push him back just ever so slightly. The Space Marine is going to stay around the wings, engaging against this Space Marine squad in the middle. No point in trying to fire at these Siege Marines at the moment, as they will be difficult to take on. And notice how they've got like a little cover mark around them, signify that they've got that buff going. Well, mind you, it doesn't do them all that much. They are going to go down pretty quickly. I mean, there are quite a lot of Space Marines over here firing at them. Siege Captain going to engage in close combat. There are 2 units, however. Force Commander not quite committing to close combat himself. He's just going to fire with his pistol over yonder. 3 very low health Marines. There's only 6 Marines to the Imperial Fist. Siege Captain going backwards and forwards. Vin Diesel not quite deciding whether he wants to engage in close combat or join his brethren in the line. Scouts also going to join the fray, but probably, there we go, they're going to move around, just carry on capping bits and bobs. A couple of Space Marine models do fall. Morale almost broken on these Space Marines over here, so they are going to be pushed back ever so slightly. Siege Captain on quite low health. What's going on in the bases? We do have not much going on at the moment. Yeah, so one thing that the Siege Marines can do is that they can fortify their buildings, increasing their health and whatnot. And with their Siege Generator, if they fortify it, it does give them more power, I do believe. Everything's quiet so far. We do have a heavy armoured fortification going down, which is their version of a machine cult. I notice how these listening posts have got some really cool las cannony bits on them. For anti-vehicle combat. These Space Marines decided, well, if we can't go this way, may as well go around by the looks of things. Having a look, this strategic point has not been captured. They might spend some time capturing it themselves. Or not. They're just going to go for the listening post over here. Also, give them a chance to occupy this precious heavy cover, which will help keep them alive in the same way that the Siege Marines do manage to keep their allies alive. Trying to focus on his listening post, but deciding against it, and deciding to focus their attention on the Space Marines over here. Siege Captain going to engage in close combat. Narrowly missing his sweeping power weapon attack. One Siege Marine does go down. Well, Space Marine. I'm going to call these guys just Siege Marines, all of them, universally, just for fun. We do have a Razorback Mark 1 coming out for the Siege Yellow Boys. And Siege Captain is going to engage in close combat with this Force Commander and quickly falling, which is unfortunate. But again, these guys are going into Tier 2. They don't want to... They're just kind of just occupying these guys until... Ah, there we go. Look at that. What a beautiful model that is. Las Cannon, plasma guns, all the things you want to kill heavy infantry like these Space Marines. These boys, I do believe they have killed one unit of Siege Marines, which is unfortunate. Force Commander staying back and then deciding, nah mate, I don't want any part of this nonsense. That is a wonderful building model as well. I really like that. That's quite nice. What else is going on? Got Siege Captain coming back. Got some more Space Marines. We've a Machine Cult going for the Space Marine player. We're doing some heavy weapon increases on the wings, which I imagine they will probably throw down either some missile launchers or some plasma guns, or maybe even a combination of the two. Both Space Marine squads over here having their Sergeant upgrade. These Space Marines are going to have some upgrades. These guys do not have an option of having a missile launcher in their unit, but the Siege Marines do have Combi Plasma, Flamer, and Melters. Got Armory going down for the Yellow Marines as well. Well, they're not yellow, are they? But, you know, give me a break, man. Some Plasma Generators going down. Well, things quite. Let's check out the economies. We've got 1, 0, 4, and 20 for the Space Marines, compared to the 88 and 50 of the Siege Marines. So lots and lots of stuff going on here. Tech Marine, with a wonderful Eastern European accent, going to throw down a listening post over here. All very quiet. I'm just going to fast forward it just a little bit, just see what's going on. We do have a potential mischief going on over here. Space Marines have been upgraded with 1 and 2 missile launchers. Captain's been upgraded with plasma pistols. We have a Land Speeder Tempest coming out. So potential harassment is available. We have a vehicle cap increase going down. So I assume some more Imperial Fist vehicles will be available. There we go. We've got another Razorback Mark 1 coming out. I do love the sound of that Razorback voice actor. Yeah. See, some of the voice acting in this, and don't get me wrong, like I can't speak for shit, as you can tell. I've got a cracking stutter, so I can't judge another person for their voice acting, but some of the voice acting in Unification is a bit hit or miss, but some of the voice acting is just absolutely balls to the walls amazing. And the Razorback Mark 1 has that voice acting down to a T.
Execute my orders.
I would say, yeah, Siege Captain is also quite good as well. Bit American, but, you know, that's fine. Scout's been chased off by these 2 Razorbacks. 2 units of Space Marines armed with their missile launchers are going to make quick work of this Razorback for jumping back into their Rhino transport. Rhino transport in Unification got a little shooty bit and also has a shovel at the front. Other Razorback not quite being taken down as quickly. Rhino transport quite low on health. These guys moving forward with their plasma guns. Force Commander just chilling out around here. No strategic points. Oh, sorry, no listing point being put on the strategic point as of yet. Rhino transport is being fixed up. We do have Tier 2 going down for the... Well, not Tier 2, but whatever. They're going for their Fortress Monastery HQ upgrade. Hellfire Dreadnought is also out as well. Looking very... I mean, just look at the models in these games. Little it's got a sword with I don't know, a menu on him or something. I don't know, but... holy prayers and whatnot. We do have some Devastators coming out. And we also have another upgrade going down. Some more Razorbacks. Limiter free on these boys. Critical location in the middle is being captured. And a heavy bottle turrets are going to be placed down over here. So again, a very quiet game so far, but that is, I imagine, how these kinds of games go when you have the Siege Marines up on the field. They are very good at defending, and their attack is very slow. So you need to be cautious. If you want to find out more about these Siege Marines, there will be a link in the description to a YouTube channel that breaks it all down very well. Go over there and give him a subscribe because he's very good. Anyway, Razorback being fired at by this Hellfire Dreadnought and these Space Marines. Although the Hellfire Dreadnought does go down fairly quickly under the fire of two Razorbacks. Some of these Space Marines have their only upgrade, only upgrade with plasma guns at the moment. They will push these Space Marines back. These Razorbacks are good against vehicles and their infantry with their plasma guns. Now we're going to go for two Razorbacks. Got 5 generators up in here. Got a sacred artifact going down. Pop full for the Razorback. And we do have a Scorpius Bolts upgrade and a Bionics upgrade going down as well. And a more squad cap increase. Devastator. Where are the Devastators by any chance? Now let's have a look at these boys. So, looking like regular Space Marines, but they can be upgraded with a multi-melter, a las cannon, heavy bolter, and a plasma cannon. Plasma cannons doing the AoE kind of damage. I do believe plasma cannons are the anti-heavy infantry nonsense. High area of damage, but lower rate of fire. We do now have a Predator out. Intimidating beast. Capable of being upgraded with las cannons all up and around its hull. And some more heavy bottle turrets going down on here as well. Everyone's just standing very still. I'm going to fast forward it and wait for some action to take place. We have a Librarian coming out for the Space Marines over here. And we have another Predator coming out. More Devastators. Loads of las cannons going down for them. Going to see some potential mischief. Razorback going over here, unloading a whole bunch of Marines over here to stop these Scout Marines from capturing. Would be a good idea for these guys to react. Maybe do something. There we go. Predator going to engage in combat with this Razorback. Predator able to almost take it down. But these guys are going to be very careful as there are Devastators out on the hill. And a whole load of missiles. Look at that, just one volley brings that Predator down to half health. These guys still capturing their critical location over here. Lots and lots of missiles. It's a missile game, this game. Chaplain out on the wings as well. These guys are going to be moving forward, seeing what they can do. A lot of anti-vehicle nonsense going on over here. These Predators have been equipped with a combi weapon plasma. So we will see how these guys do. One Razorback has gone down. Siege Marines have lost their morale. Lots of las gunfire going on. Another Razorback on the wings. Big explosion. Heavy turret going on over here as well. Predator holding up. Razorback still alive. These Marines are going down quite quickly. A Librarian is doing its best to hold on. But that Marine squad will go down. Siege captain being pushed back, almost killed, and these guys are going to be pushed back ever so slightly. And by ever so slightly I mean all the way back to their base. They managed to get a couple of tank kills, but they did lose both their Predators at the same time. We have a Destroy squad going down as well. Which I do believe they're just a variant of. They've got cryo guns, gravitation guns, rad launchers, and phosphorus launchers. So I do believe these are primarily to absolutely destroy any and all in the way of infantry. Basically been going for some cap upgrades. We do have an orbital relay going down, so some potential deep strike action might take place. I mean, if they've hunkered down here in defence, may as well see if they can go around the sides, you see. We do have a heavy siege development. Tier 4 for the Imperial Fists. Centurions going down. These models always remind me of the Emperor's text-to-speech, that first episode. If you have not seen Emperor's text-to-speech, I highly recommend you do so. It was, God rest its soul, it has been discontinued for the moment, but absolute riot it was. I remember for years and years, the plot of regular Warhammer by Games Workshop was never advanced, and that was the closest thing we had to a fateful story plot going on. And, you know, it started off silly, but it actually became fairly serious towards the end, and I quite liked it. We do have a push from the Space Marines. Just going to go in and engage in close combat. That's what we like to see. They've had their morale broken, and they're throwing down an orbital bombardment. Oh, absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. Really knocking everything around. Causing all sorts of mischief. And with that, they've been able to stand firm and start firing at these guys while they're moving around. One destroyer squad, very low on models, only one model left. Siege Marine unit, also one model left. Yeah, that phenomenal play right there, just moving in and exploding all the bits and bobs. And they're going to pull back now after doing all that damage. Bearing in mind that we also have a Land Raider being built in the Machine Cult. That was quite a good aggressive play there. I quite like that. Pushing these boys back ever so slightly. Destroyer squad's now rebuilding their numbers. We do have Lexandra Arquebus or whatever. Support hero does some bits and bobs. In fact, what does he actually do? You should really read Space Marine and I War Trilogy by Ian Watson. No, that's quite like that. Free advertisement. Land Raider in now. He's just going to tank all the damage as these Space Marines are moving forward. It is taking a fair bit of damage, but it is able to hold on. If it throws down its machine spirit, it will be able to tank a lot more damage as well. This Sisters Hospitaller goes down. I do believe that is the Imperial Fist version of a medic. And these guys have maybe bit off a little bit more than they could chew. And that Land Raider is going to go down more or less instantly. We do have a banner bearer for the Centurions as well. All these Devastators. Oh, Devastator Centurions, sorry. A wonderful flag going on down there. Dawn Imperial Fist. I do quite like the detail in that model. Still standing firm. I mean, I suppose this dude could just really push in, couldn't he, if he really wanted to. Predator and another Land Raider coming down. Speed up until something happens. Ooh, what are those boys? Ah, we got some Terminators. Let's hold up against the long-range fire of the Imperial Fist for a little bit. Speed up and see what's going on. We do have a Land Raider Prometheus going down, as well as a Bygone Era Relics. To allow them to build some Fell Blades, some Glaives, some Falchions, and a Macedon. Siege control going on down here. Let's have a look. So that's a Land Raider versus Land Raider. And it's got slightly different weapons. It's got a whole bunch of shooty bits around the side. I do believe those are heavy bolters. And we have a long-range scan, giving away the positioning of the Space Marines. Some more Space Marines being deployed. Terminator squad 8 strong. Librarian joining this new squad of Space Marines. 2 Predators. Land Raider Prometheus is going to go in and see what they can do. That is a lot of gunfire. And they still won't be able to cut through these Terminators very quickly. They will be able to hold. And look at those fantastic Predator models. Being upgraded with a conversion beam projector. And it will cut through this Promethean Land Raider very, very quickly. His Terminators now slowly should have been cutting down quicker. Only 4 models left, they are on auto replenish. This Land Raider completely unsupported as these guys are just chilling out over here. And it goes down once again. We have a Fellblade being built. Heavy bolter turret being taken down very quickly. These guys are going to move over this way, while the Predator's going to go over this way. Lots of long-range nonsense going down. The green beams from the Devastator squad going to do a fair number of damage to this Space Marine squad over here. We have some orbital nonsense going down, which is exactly what we want to see. Lots and lots of death, and look how quickly these beams come down as well. Not a lot of time to give them a chance to avoid the explosions. Some sagging nonsense going on over here. Icon bearer moving forward. One Predator has gone down, another Predator quite low on health at the moment. These Space Marines are standing firm against the Imperial Fist. Siege control has been finished. Fellblade yet to come out on the field. Land Raider still quite high on health. This listing post low on health, not one for this world. Although these boys over here are managing to hold firm. They've managed to weather the explosions that we saw before. But these Space Marines are now going to move in to support this Land Raider. Conversion beam doing its damage. And we do have a Fellblade on the field, which is going to be not what the Space Marine player wants to see. Lots and lots of... I do believe that is a... Is that a flamethrower at the top? Yeah, a little flamethrower. That's what we like to see. These boys are managing to wipe out most of the infantry. These Devastators are going to be wiped out if this Fellblade doesn't stop them. Terminator's down to 2 models. Land Raider goes down. And it will push these boys back. We'll not be able to take on this Fellblade as of yet. It is one of the relic units of the Imperial Fist. They do have other relic units. I do believe that other one is Rogel Dawn. We have infantry being popped in the Hand of Dawn. I do believe they've now got deep strike capabilities. All goes quiet once more. Orbital Relay, a Sister Hospitaller being built up. A Banner Bearer also coming out to replace what they lost. A second Siege Generator coming down, and an Orbital Elevator. I do believe that after a certain amount of upgrades or some other nonsense, they are able to get a second Siege Generator. Let's have a quick look at the requisition. We've got 165 for the Imperial Fists and 60 against the 166 and the 60 for the regular Space Marines. Is poor. It looks like as if they've been deleted. We have a Greater Machine Nave being built and a Warhound Titan being built. That's what we like. Some more Terminators coming out as well. So we'll see if a Titan can take on a Fellblade. Fast forward a bit as these guys are repositioning and rebuilding their armies. I do believe that was a deep strike. Yep. And they've got a Banner Bearer coming down. More deep striking nonsense. There's more Terminators. Warhound Titan nearly ready.
My powers are yours to command.
These guys just holding firm in the middle. And a Warhound Scout Titan up on the field. Let's have a look at this model. That's beautiful. Well, it's the smallest class of Imperial Titans. But in this game it is still a big chunking boy. Look at that Void Shield it's got going on around it. 2 Void Shield generators and otherwise lightly armoured, emphasising in speed over strength. Good lord, the frame rate of this game really does not like my computer. But it is all these corpses. I might have to put these corpses off in the future casts. But I won't do that now. Fast forward as the fight is about to take place. Fellblade opening salvos. Let's do a fair number on these Marines as they come in. Warhound Titan coming round the flanks. Going to hold up against these, all these green beams coming down. More shooty bits. Trying to focus down on that Fellblade. Predators are moving forward now that all the boys are distracted and occupied. Space Marines are going to fall pretty quickly. War Titan firing with its plasma bits. Doing a fair number on this Fellblade. We do have another Land Raider Prometheus coming down. Predators with their conversion beams trying to focus on this Fellblade. All Space Marine infantry has been wiped out. And while a Titan is a mighty beast indeed, unsupported, it won't do much against all this infantry. You'll notice that the morale's going down and not the health. That's because the morale is representing the warp shield generator for the Warhound Titan. That's now gone down, so it'll now be taking some damage. Now we're going to turn around and try and avoid the rest of this combat. That has been zapped, I do believe, preventing it from moving around. This Predator is going to go down as well. Another Predator being built up. But I do believe after that engagement, that will be it for the Space Marine player. Let's fast forward. And there we go. We've actually got a final push going in. We'll take care of this Warhound. Notice how, even though the morale's back up, we've got to wait for the morale to come back online before, all the way up before the warp field generator comes back on. Librarian, a lonely Librarian is going to come out, see what I can do. Another Predator. We'll have something jumping in. I believe that'll be more Terminators. Prometheus doing its bit. Predator's going to get absolutely smoked very quickly. Yes, they are heavy infantry. Yes, they have lots of armor, but against the absolute range of fire, won't be able to do much. Warlord Titan, Warhound Titan, sorry, able to take down the Promethean, but then being killed in return. And the Predator tank has also been destroyed. And that looks like a GG from the Space Marine player. So, okay, it was a fairly slow game, but we got to see Titans, we got to see lots of tanks, so I'd say that was a win all in all. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.